Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Azua in the Dominican Republic. Now I don't have the atlas out tonight because my map of the DR, as it's known, it's fine, but it's not as good as I'd like it to be. Let me show you. We're going to zoom out so you can see the Dominican Republic, which is the majority of the island of Hispaniola. Hispaniola is in the Caribbean. You can see Cuba's right over here. And the United States is just up there. And then South America's down here. So, in the grand scheme of Dominican Republic, Azua is not very large. So if I had my map out to show you, it would be like this big. It would be microscopic. So there's no point in me showing it to you. So we can look at it on the tablet. But yes, Azua is in the south of the Dominican Republic, as you can see, along this gorgeous coastline. Here's the Bahia de Azua, I believe it's pronounced. Many other little bays and beaches as well, but the main aspect are the mountains. Hispaniola is a very mountainous island, especially compared to other islands in the Caribbean. I think only Cuba and maybe Jamaica are as mountainous. But the mountain range that cuts through the north here is the Cordillera Central. And it creates this little valley down here known as the Llano de Azua, which is the Azua Valley, basically. Azua Plain. Just like the big lowland area beneath the mountains here. Getting all of this wonderful ocean breezes. The Via River cuts through, you can see there, and runs along the city of Azua de Compostela. Azua is an interesting name. I couldn't find a definite, you can see the river there, I should point out, a definite meaning behind it. Next in my series, we're going to go to Azua in Ecuador. And it's believed that those two names had a common word ancestor at one point, some sort of indigenous word, but from what I can tell, it's pretty much been lost. We don't know what it really meant. But let me tell you the very interesting and turbulent history of this region here, particularly this area here. The rest is mostly beautiful mountains and waterfalls and things. The majority of the history happened right over here. So once upon a time, very long ago, this area was a district. I'm trying to look at my notes here in the dark. A province, I wrote in the notes. A province of a Taino kingdom, a province known as Managua. But of course that would change after the arrival of Columbus and the conquistadors, which there's a story that doesn't have a lot of information about it, where Columbus was harassed and fought off by some Taino, and he sailed into here to seek protection. Just a little fun fact. I tried to dig more into that story to see what exactly happened, and I found a source that said no one really knows what happened. So there you go. That's all that we know of that story. The city was established in 1504 by Diego Velázquez de Cuellar, who is better known as the conqueror of Cuba, and was established kind of as a more stopover region for the various conquistadors who would go off to conquer parts of Central and South America. Hernan Cortez had a house here at one point. But the main reason that Azua existed was to grow sugar, which was a very, very big industry for quite a while. It actually still is a very big industry today. They're still growing sugarcane today. This attracted pirates and there were quite a few raids from what I could tell. There was one in particular in 1558 where they just kind of laid ruin to a majority of the town and the sugar processing mills after stealing all of the resources and money that had been stored there. But the city would bounce back and rebuild itself. Then on October 18th, 1751, a massive earthquake hit here, and the city pretty much slid into the ocean and was destroyed. There are some remnants around here. We'll look at it right now. Here in Pueblo Viejo, which makes sense, right? Put this down. We can see some ruins here of an old church and monastery. Let's see what's left after that earthquake. The city was completely destroyed. You know, what wasn't underwater now was now rubble. So they picked a spot about 3 miles inland to rebuild the city, and that's where it's located today. Trying to pick a spot a little farther from the ocean. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back. There's still some cool pictures to show you. They're kind of toward the end, though. Let's see. Beautiful plants, of course. The ruins there. Some ruins here, and that's pretty neat. I mean, it's sad, but fascinating still. The ruins that are left behind are on the tentative list for UNESCO World Heritage, but they've been there for a while, so I don't think they're ever going to become a full site. We'll see. Their big meeting is next month where they decide the new sites, so maybe it'll get its time, but there's not much left to preserve, to be honest, so I'd be very surprised if that made it, So as the city is rebuilding itself, you can see it's up here, not near the water anymore. Another disaster occurred in 1805. Haiti invaded, brand new nation of Haiti, and led by Jean-Jacques Dessalines. The Haitian army burned down the city as they marched through to Santo Domingo, which you can see over here. That's the capital, in order to take over the entire island. And the Haitians would occupy the Dominican Republic, I believe, until 1844, right? 1844 was when the Dominican Republic declared its independence, and the Azua province was created. So it's one of those like OG regions. There have been other regions that have popped up in history that now make up the Dominican Republic, but Azua was one of the very first ones, still around today. And if you think, well, that was, the worst of it, they rebuilt after being burned down by the Haitians, and there were many battles that occurred in this area between Haiti and the DR after the DR gained its independence. You think, well, that had to be the worst of it. Well, it was also destroyed yet again in 1883 by a hurricane, but it was once again rebuilt. And from what I can tell, since then, nothing has tried to destroy the city. Hopefully nothing else ever will, because my goodness, it was destroyed like 4 times in like 200 years. You'd think it would be bad luck, but nah, it's still thriving today. Very big economic center. You can see all the farms down here growing lots of different crops. Again, the majority one is sugar. Down here there's a salt farm, I guess. Salt pans there, getting it from the ocean. It's not really a big tourist spot. It's just kind of a place along the road to Santo Domingo, right? But there are some beautiful beaches. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. This is my kind of beach here. Sun and sand, beautiful water, right? That's my kind of playa. I think there's some more pretty ones over here. Oh yeah, this is my kind of beach. This is the kind that I like. And look how it's totally deserted. It's pretty unspoiled, isn't it? Not a beach towel in sight. Even better. You get to enjoy gorgeous water all on your own. There's some boats there enjoying the water. That would be me in the water swimming around. I love swimming in the ocean. It's so fun. I know it can be a little scary, but I never go too deep because that's kind of scary. But man, oh, I would be all up in. I'm all about swimming. I love swimming. I would be in this water for hours. Absolutely, it looks crystal clear and perfect temperature and everything. Let's go inland a bit. There aren't very many slideshows here, but there are a couple. We can look at some waterfalls here. How pretty is this? See, now this is water I probably wouldn't go in because it's probably ice cold. Ooh, probably freezing, but probably very refreshing as well. Looks like they're building a fire there. Oh my goodness, I would be shivering. That would be me, just like, brr, it's so cold. Brr. Well, maybe it's warm, I don't know. Most waterfalls are very cold. I think this park, yeah, is within the borders here. Is it this park? Oh, that's really neat. Let me highlight the region again. Azua province. No, it's not. Okay, then it's up here. I was going to say, I haven't seen that picture. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Look at all the mist, all the clouds between the mountains here. Beautiful trees as well. You would never guess you're in the Caribbean, right? Look at this. Absolutely stunning. The hikes there must be something else. And wonderful camping as well. Little lodges and things around to enjoy the nature. Yeah, that would be me. It's gorgeous. Enjoying the campfire. Just soaking in all of this wondrous life all around you. So pretty. Let's find one more slideshow. It's kind of hard because there's not a lot. You can see all the things popping up, but there's not a lot of pictures. See, like, nothing there. I think we're in the wrong region anyway. Let's re-highlight this. Oh no, we were there. There's just no pictures. Let's find one more slideshow to close this out. And if you want to play around on Google Earth and you find a cool little slideshow, let me know, because I want to see. Let's see. I think there's another up here that I found. I think. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Oh, maybe it was this. Nope. No pictures of that hacienda. Here we go. Oh, how pretty. Oh, I thought that was a river. That's a road. I was like, wow, look at that river. That is a street. That's why it's so flat. That is a road. Yeah, it's just the principal road. My goodness. I was like, wow, that's a neat river. Maybe one of these towns can give us a nice slideshow. Oh, that's quaint. Yeah, let's end it here while looking at this town. Big old helicopter. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of content, please consider subscribing. We'll be back to the Atlas next time when we look at Ecuador. We're going to see some cool Inca ruins there and some more fantastic mountains, but this time we're going to be in the Andes. And if you've been watching my series for a while, oh cute baby, it's going to be the final A video. I'm going through every region of the world in alphabetical order, and we will have hit the end of the A's next time. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational. And I hope that you have a good